Alright, we should be, in theory, streaming.
You're getting a call.
Hi?
Or,
Okay.
or one of the acolytes is approaching you. Yes, one of the acolytes is approaching you. He says, I've received some information about a new Tremere who is in the area, and the regent just appears to be disposed here briefly. Would you like for me to find the Tremere and bring them to you for introduction?
Well, perhaps once we are formally in the city, that would be for the best, yes.
They are formally in this city, as far as I know. Do you want them to be acknowledged by the prince first, or would you want them to meet with house and clan first?
Prince first, house and clan second, in this case. But I will be stopping in shortly to also be there for that. So
I will let them know. This is one of the local chantry schools. This is this is someone that you would know who was telling you this. So okay, I'll let them know.
thank you. Ah, it's you. I like you. You're fun. Da, 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 da. I need to remember to turn off nameplates.
Hi, Jormak.
Hi. And go over here, hit that. Leave. I need to reset the height also. Yes, I do. It was that, I believe. Stream camera, make it flying real quick. And we should be in business. Or maybe we'll do facing this way. You want to face me today? That's what I'm thinking. Why not? We're gonna anchor it local, so that way you come with me. You could actually see me today. Why not?
South Dakota. Mississippi. Lowest going.
Or, well, you'll see me like this for right now. Are they also streaming? Let's go if that's true. I hope so. I believe they are. But I recently figured out that I know what my character's from now. Or what the model is from. It's from DNF Duel, I believe. This character is Hitman. Which, I mean, kinda, it's pretty cool, I think. Move that back there, then. Alright, don't mind me, I'm going to casually check to see if I went here for no reason. Appears I did. Oh, let's see if I can spook Jim by just being here. Or if you'll even notice. Depends. I assume you had, you received the report?
Yes, I did. It's concerning, I will say, but obviously it's not myself. I don't know why exactly it was covered in blood, but I'll let you
her personal flair of things.
Yeah.
Was going to ask her that myself, and I was also going to perhaps humorously suggest perhaps I should have signed my name like that as well. It's a bit odd having my blue ink on there.
Entirely red, yes, it flashes a bit. Is that what we're going to be officially calling it then?
I believe yes.
Okay. Lines up well with the whole announcement by the mayor. Blue won't be too inconspicuous, or too...
Oh, the mayor announced something along those lines?
Yeah, just a generic, hey, it's starting to get flu season, and, you know.
Good, good. Okay, I was hoping it wasn't something like, there is a literal new disease going around. Good that we have...
No.
Good that we're not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, no. How would they react, I think?
Well, first they would try to find a cure like we are. The second thing they would probably try to do is...
What do you want?
Shrimp quesadillas.
You alright?
Of course. Sorry,
Okay.
was gathering my thoughts a little bit more. I believe first they would react with trying to find a cure, perhaps a little bit of panic. Second thing they'd try to do is figure out the cause. When they can't figure that out, then, well, who knows? Perhaps they go into a mass quarantine to try to eradicate it that way.
Which may work, but would be costly.
It could work, but that would also mean all of us perhaps relocating off the island temporarily.
Yeah.
As if I highly suspect that that would purge the Kine if they were to do such a drastic measure like that.
Yeah.
One of the one of my
Absolute
one of the
worst-case
Tremere
scenario already.
ghouls have spoken to me recently. Apparently, there is to be a new Tremere that will be making their appearance tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's quite good, I think.
It quite depends on your views on
I
Tremere.
suppose. I mean, the ones that I have met in this city at least have been fine. Would rub off on this new person, no matter who.
Walter's good. They listen. Bag is good. They give orders. And I'm me.
Hesitated there.
I mean, a small amount of hesitation. Ultimately, they are good.
What over then?
Hesitation over the fact of, well, some people may not see them that way, but ultimately they are. Depends on views of methods and conflict of interests,
structured.
perhaps. And yes, that is also true.
I highly doubt that you know more than me on the announcement to be made this evening.
There's an announcement?
Someone with a commanding authority kind of requested every single member of the Camarilla come here in about a little less than an hour, and something will be announced.
Is this another surprise visit from Boston?
I hope not.
Well, if it is a visitor, perhaps Plutarcho would know more information in the sense of they would have to probably have approved said information.
Likely, yeah, actually. See if I can find out.
Good evening.
Other than that, I did go with Sawyer into Corridor territory. Did not find anyone.
Oh.
Well, there wasn't. Well, anyone of note.
Interesting. And I wonder if the Sabat will make a brazen appearance again to let us to inform us of if they are in fact Sabbat or not, or if they'll wait until another compact.
Probably wait until another compact. We'll see. Whoever this person was, their ghoul, though, offered an address.
Interesting.
We went there. Domino was with us. She was in the shadows or something. And the place was entirely clean, and the apartment itself was empty, aside from a single box.
Did it have more hands?
No, actually, it had a set of artisan's tools, like calligraphy and...
I bet Sawyer would be quite happy about that. Wait, no, hold.
But
The only person we told
gift
about the
from the
calligraphy... Oh, it's just from the Sabbat?
well, very likely from the Sabbat. It's not like
But you said this
I don't know,
ghoul
the
belonged
daughter
to
of Cacophony
the
coulda-
individual we were talking about?
individual, yes, the Absalom, I think his name was.
I believe this alludes to
Though,
Absalom
if you
being
have been-
Sabbat.
The bot, yes, but in the court's TrekNet channels, there was something, if you've been kind of keeping in kind of the know, the Asimite, the Polaris.
I have been poking my head in there, yes.
Yes,
But
yes.
I haven't thought too much
But-
on it. My ultimate decision on that is I believe Polaris should do what they can and we should aid them. I believe that's my
We
ultimate
are
decision
doing
on
what
that.
can to aid. But the missive that was sent from Philadelphia relates to 2 packs of Sabbat on the island. The one that we've already met, Mendacity Chained, and another one called the Montesquieu, however the fuck you pronounce that.
Mm-hmm.
A piece of graffiti in Toreador territory was marked with that same name.
I see.
So this Absalom fella, minor bit of a leap, but likely not a part of the pack we've been already dealing with. A different.
My thoughts then. We have one group that's trying to negotiate for their pack's safety, I suppose is one way to put it.
Safety.
And one pack that's not doing that. Well, I think Polaris has a better set target over one over the other.
White. Though, assuming this Absalom is a member of the Montesquieu pack, they did have the artisan's tools, which means they and Mendacity Chains have some form of communication.
Well, of course, they're both Sabbat. That kind of makes sense on how
Yes.
they would have some form of communication.
Yes, but again, so if we want to concede to the demands of Philadelphia, we're gonna have to be a little quiet.
That could work.
Shake their hand while stabbing them back. You know.
Do you not fear any form of repercussion from it, though? I mean, they've already talked to us once about a possible, what was it, scourge that was going around?
Yeah. So again, I don't know exactly how to work this out here. Just trying to go with what I can.
You know, if you need something, you can always come join our conversation, correct?
I would rather not.
Why
It's
I'm
true.
already here?
Evening, Alicia.
Oh,
Hello.
Do you
Hello.
happen to know of the meeting that's going on for the Camarilla? No, if Plutarcho
Uh,
has informed you of someone's
you
coming
don't
on
know,
the island,
then-
so...
I mean, I would think that he would probably tell everyone if someone important had arrived on the island?
Unless it was meant to be a secret, then, well, who knows?
Hmm.
It's possible.
I believe initial and the prints are.
You may come up.
If you need anything else, this is my phone number here, and I'm sure that we'll have an opportunity to talk to you here soon. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
You know this person, or?
He's... Well, the one that left is a ghoul that works at the, in a
okay.
place.
Admittedly, I haven't met many of you, so apologies for my suspicions.
No need to worry. That one was just a ghoul that left.
Yeah.
Did he go up the wrong way?
No, he's right there.
Oh. Good evening.
Greetings. How do you fare this evening?
I fare quite
Quite
well.
fine.
May I introduce you to Prince Jim McCoy?
Good evening, sir. Kevin Morrell.
Evening. I assume this is the Tremere. You would kind of, I mean...
I would
based on-
assume so.
Still, I don't know. Yeah.
I have not met the individual yet, so please introduce yourself.
Kevin Marsh.
Notice
Out
out of character.
You kind of cut out there. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're cutting out a
cut
little bit.
Like, mic-wise.
So
I apologize.
It's all good.
if you could please repeat that then.
My name is Devin Marsh. Here to seek a...
You are still cutting out, sadly.
Yeah, it's... Hmm. Oh, he's still there. Like issues.
Right location. Hi.
Evening. I believe your name is
Hello.
Antonio, correct?
I was wondering whether or not there was supposed to be the right location for the meeting that's supposed to happen.
I believe the meeting was for Camarilla.
I
Other
heard
sex
that
were,
it was so
invited.
if I was invited.
Ah, well, then yes, this would probably be the right location.
Okay, so I want to know that. I'll see you like half an hour.
Good to know that's when it's going to be.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
Well, that is
I think he's
being... Well,
technical.
he is thinking a little bit. If you need something to say, please. I don't want to keep you waiting that much longer.
It's fine, honestly. My matter is very trivial. I just figured to reintroduce myself to the prince, and I was planning to reintroduce myself to you as
Like
well.
a good idea, yes.
Yes.
Well?
The floor is
My name is
yours.
Ikuro. I was originally brought here, what, 2 now, maybe, originally at most 3 years ago. I was here assisting Alexander Griffith, which is now dead. Thus, I'm now under Sawyer. And originally I was assisting bits and bobs, nothing too major with the Cambrella. Of major note was an individual that was making statues of humans and such. But
Oh,
by the
yeah,
sounds of it, they were captured and such. So I'm assuming that is done for and such. So I was making sure and extending to let you know, sir.
Thank you. The
More than
courtesy.
willing to
Welcome back to...
I'm more than willing to
Anything else?
continue assisting, whatever means. As you can see, not strong, but I'm sorry. I'm exceedingly.
I'm sure whatever Sawyer may need, it'll be wonderful.
And when in doubt, you both have friends that can help you with other things.
Of course.
Okay, well,
That was.
have you gotten your affairs in order? I don't know why I phrased it like that.
Affairs is a good way to put it.
Sure, if I...
Yeah. I don't know how mic settings work in VRChat. I'm sorry. I'd love to help you. I
Out of
have no clue.
character. If you go into your audio settings and see where your it would be your dead space, I would call it. Pretty much a percentage. of your
Activation
output.
threshold?
If yes. You might have to lower that, or go through and see if your mic has a built-in ambient setting, to flush out like background noise and such.
When in doubt, you can also check to see if perhaps the microphone that you are using is not your current default microphone, and instead you're using a secondary microphone if you own one.
Is this better?
I believe so.
Yes, it is.
It would appear, yeah.
Okay, I was doing the wrong direction on the percentage thing.
Ah,
Well, you
Okay,
sound
well,
perfect at this point, so
glad to be of assistance.
go for it.
No, I appreciate your assistance this evening. I am Devin Marcel. I am of Clan Tremere, and I'm looking to seek acknowledgement within your domain.
Do you intend to uphold the traditions of the Ivory Tower to the best of your ability?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
I assume you obviously have some form of background check on a lot of members of your clan that enter the island,
No.
so...
Trust me, Bag will be doing so shortly.
Okay, well,
Once
welcome to Caliburn.
once
As
Bag
Prince, I acknowledge
becomes
your
aware
presence in
of
my
them.
domain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Beg-
foresee no issues in my presence being here.
Eventually, I do believe Bag will be joining us this evening. Bag is our regent for the Tremere. More formal
yes, the-
introduction for myself. I am Professor Alex Uranus, and I am also a member of Clan Tremere, and I am the current acting seneschal under Prince Jim.
It's an honor to meet you.
And it is definitely a pleasure to meet you.
And
alright,
I
well.
do believe there is a event happening this evening here.
I believe
Yes,
so.
yes, there's a...
Correct, located in the chateau.
This is, in fact,
yes,
the
this
chateau.
is the chateau, the kind of seat of power for the Camarilla on the island, and
Right. Well,
I'm usually here,
believe
so
I
if you
will-
need anything, again... yeah.
well, if you need anything from me,
Anyway.
you're more than welcome to ask.
Thank you. I don't mean to keep you any long, so...
Jim, I was thinking of
Thank you
perhaps
for your time.
asking Bag about something, and it is a bit more of a private matter.
If you need
Shall
to,
we?
certainly.
Just
Yes,
into
yes.
your office real quick.
Chief.
Oh, why not keep it
Okay.
open? I'm sure Boondock will walk right in.
Well, I'd prefer to know, at least.
Ah, fair enough. Would you prefer if I stood facing this way, or you stayed facing the door?
No, I'll probably just kind of...
Oh, we can both just look at the door and be ready for it if in case it happens.
Yeah.
So, I believe I should be a bit more honest on what is happening with Noir Fallen. He is still on the island. He's never been to Boston.
Oh,
Though he is currently
Okay.
staked in the chantry. And I was
Okay.
wondering if you yourself would be okay with perhaps the initial plan of sending them to Boston. Now, of course, this will eventually go to Plutarco, but of course I want to get your approval first. And then perhaps asking Bag, and then seeing how they feel on it, and then once I have you and Bag, if you were thinking okay with it, sending
can
them
make
to Boston.
Yes.
The actual preparations can be made, and it's not too big of a trip. And I'm sure I can make a
I think
argument for Noir being sent back to Caliburn at some point.
sorry. I think that would be preferable, assuming obviously you probably know more than me that they can actually get assistance in Boston and that.
The Boston Chantry is large, extensive, and can certainly handle a Tremere of his effects, I should put it. They'll be able to figure out what is going on, equate him with current technologies, and perhaps fully teach him new ways, perhaps spark new interests that this era might, be thrusting upon everybody, I suppose.
Right. Well,
But, I'm sure that
I'm
might
okay
be the
with that
best
idea,
course.
yes.
Okay. Now, I assume at most they would be gone maybe a month, maybe 3. Not so long for it to be years and years, and then all of a sudden they show back up on our doorstep with us for having forgotten all about them.
Yeah.
But,
So, why, well, I guess with the whole warden situation, it's a little more reasonable to bring up, but why wait so long?
I was waiting until a less politically risky option to do so. I mean,
That's fair.
now that we have things relatively cleared up with the abomination, and Leto's more or less on the back burner, and we have the warden more solidified, and actually we have seen that they are competent in their role, it makes sense.
Right. Okay. It does. If you run into any complications, please come to me. I'll see if I can clear them up.
Of course. Good to know.
Right. Honestly surprised you did not enter.
If they are skulking around, perhaps they just didn't see us go in. Should we have
Let's see if I
a
can't
more
find
formal
Plutarco.
talk with Boondock about their snooping habits, or are we okay with their occasional bouts of reconnaissance?
Personally, I am not the most fine with it, admit.
Mhm.
I believe that talking to him would do nice, but I'm not sure how much he will listen. So
I'm sure
we can only try.
I'm sure that Boondock would appreciate a simple talking to before any consequences were to arise.
That's fair.
Besides, they might actually try to test us if that is the case and see if there will be consequences. Or if we are just talking smoke, I believe. I believe for perhaps the first consequence could just be a simple staking, giving them back to the Anarchs after. And if they ask me politely, I will bring him back.
Yeah.
Nothing too drastic. Just so that way he is aware that there are
Sleep it off.
consequences.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't kill him over that.
Talk to him first, at least.
Of course.
I'm getting the smallest bit worried about the whole visitor situation. I mean,
We've handled it before, we can
it's
handle
one
it
of the
now.
Imperial. Well, yes, but
What, do you think it might be one of the triad gracing us with a visit?
I think it might not be, because if it were, I think they would like inform me in some way.
Okay, well... Do you think somebody would journey from Philadelphia?
Potentially. They don't know we were discussing the matter. They could just be thinking, hey, the Harpy's questioning and bringing someone over to kind of state
And
what they want.
clarify things, perhaps? Give their
Yeah,
words
they
fully
don't know
out
we're
and said?
already... Yeah.
That could work.
We can only see. Yes. Still have about 20 minutes.
We shall see.
I'm gonna poke my head out, see if, anyone's here.
Feel free. Be careful around the sewers. The Nosferatu don't take kindly to people going in them.
I wasn't even aware I was close to it.
Usually you can tell due to the smoke rising,
Ah,
such as
I
over there.
appreciate that information. Thank you.
Yeah, the warning and penalty that they usually give is somewhere along the lines of death. They really do not take well to people in their territory.
I don't believe I'll be trespassing down there. A little.
I've been down there
Not my
once
taste.
due to being invited. It was an interesting experience. I assume you've seen the Chantry?
I have not yet. My presence was to get acknowledged prior to any other excursions this evening.
Good, good. Eventually the Regent will be making an appearance. I'm unsure if one of our associates, Walter Back, will be here, but pretty confident that William Bagg will be.
I mean, he's the one who, he seemed excited about the new Primogen, so one doubt will be kind of showing up.
Should I be present for that meeting, standing behind Sawyer or something, just kind of seeing how things go?
I think I can manage.
Okay. Take care of my pupil.
Yeah.
It's still funny that was a consideration, I should say.
I mean, I don't know, I know I shouldn't treat him like a kid, but kind of does need a father figure, some variety.
You should treat him like a kid. He still acts and behaves like one.
Yeah,
He'll mature.
fair.
He'll mature.
Well,
Would you like to see our location?
That would be great.
Then come with me. I'll be at the meeting, I assure you. Just taking care of business, I suppose.
no, it's all fine. I mean, you're here and all.
I assume I don't have to warn you too much on... Well, more specifically, I guess I should ask. How long have you been with us?
Several decades at this point.
Good, good. Right here. Welcome
Thank you.
to the Outer Sanctum. Now, our current Regent William Bagg does allow for external havens if you would like to not live here in the Chantry. That is perfectly acceptable, I believe.
I do have some resources to be able to find my own, but it
Good.
may take some time to set that up.
Well,
prior
if you
to-
need the Chantry, of course its doors are always open. Now, do expect William Bagg to run a very thorough background check on you. Just to kind of
I would
see
expect
how...
nothing less.
Just to kind of see on how you are. He's paranoid after we've had a brief intruder, an insurgent, if you will, working with the Sabbats, and as a result, he has not let his guard down since.
That matter was handled.
Of
I'm
course.
assuming.
Handled well before even I stepped on the island.
Well, I would expect nothing less. Incursion like that would be a disrespect.
I believe there was even one point in which I believe Bagg had even himself been a little, well, let's just put it that he had to be re-educated in Boston. A little bit of a cleanse, if you will.
I understand.
But I assure you that he's an agreeable sort. It's simply a case of just don't be on his bad side.
I have no plan to do so.
Good to know.
I will do the job appropriately and fulfill any needs that are requested of me.
Good. If I were to guess correctly, you would probably be joining Walter Beck in assisting the hospital currently, as it resides in our territory. Currently, it's been a little bit of going under a downfall, and, well, I'm certain that if Walter Beck and Bagg make an appearance, we will be having our own little meeting. Probably after McGemery is done, or everybody's done, because apparently everybody's invited.
Yeah,
With
I
a
would
meeting
imagine
in
there would
there.
be some discussion afterwards.
It is good to note that the Camarilla on the island does have relatively positive relations with most sects on the island. I believe that currently even the Sabbat are wishing to undergo peace negotiations. So, that is the current state of affairs.
Is there a
on the
large
island.
population of others?
The Anarchs are quite a considerable amount of people, yes, as well as the Independent Alliance. Our numbers are perhaps equivalent to all sects on the island. We're not quite the majority as we should be, but as far as I'm concerned,
But the relationships are cordial for the most
cordial,
part?
definitely. Friendly, I would say, with most, actually. Just not the Sabbat.
Oh.
The Anarchs are an agreeable bunch here on the island. They're a bit uppity, but not to the point where it would be a shock if any violence were to break out between the groups.
It's a bit of a
And
relief. I'd rather not have to.
the Independent Alliance,
Yeah.
of course, the Independent Alliance, always neutral with everybody on the island. But they're doing quite well for themselves as well. I will have
Well,
you
I look
note
forward to-
there is a anarch that is a gargoyle on the island, in case that piques your interests or your ires.
I mean, it's an interesting situation. Happens, but
That it
interesting
does.
nonetheless.
Good to note. Just kind of gauging your reaction to that. I believe his name is Reginald Rockefeller. If you see him, you will know it is him. You know on how they are a little bit. And
Yes,
and he's
they-
an anarch, so
They stand out.
his skin's like obsidian, to be quite honest. Though he is a bit more humanoid than most. That too is true.
Well, maybe he'll be there this evening and get my eyes on him.
I mean, perhaps he will, perhaps he will not. Shall we make our way to the chateau for now?
Yes.
I believe the
Time
meeting
is
should be starting soon.
close. Ooh, what is...
Hmm?
I...
The Azamites own the bail bond. Isabella's belongs to the Giovanni. Savoring Eternity is VRChat. There is a bookstore currently that resides there. Eleonora. A Independent Alliance Ventru lives there. The chateau is currently owned by the Camarilla. It used to belong to a group known as the Morning Stars, who were a family of Ventru, or a group of Ventru. They're currently no longer really allowed on the island after political falling out.
I heard.
Ah, I saw Reginald. He is here.
Why you stopped?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, hey, that's the guy trying
Come
to
here. Come here, Reginald.
Yeah,
I'd
what,
love for
what do you
you.
need, Alex?
I would love for you to meet our newest Tremere. Careful, Reginald. Our
Oh,
numbers are
evening.
bolstering.
How are you this evening?
Well, pretty tired. I've been spending all day writing new music, but it's always nice to see another kindred on Caliburn. My name's Reginald Rockefeller, and he will extend a very stony-looking hand.
I will shake his hand. I am Devin Marcel.
Nocturne that I would watch over Elysium.
My first night on the island, so it's a new experience.
Domino's China.
Well, I'm sorry you have to spend your first night in here.
But yes, the individual in the tie is Walter Beck, a fellow member. Evening,
Excellent.
Polaris.
But anyways, the runner of the meeting is Randall Wright.
Evening.
Is, I don't know what clan or anything he's of.
It's good to see everyone is punctual.
High authorities, I guess.
Mostly. I mean, there's no reason to really... Beck. Our bag.
I haven't.
Bag.
I'm out of character. I'm not in the room yet.
Okay. Oh, he's... I know exactly what he's doing. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the chair.
He's actually doing it. Okay.
All right.
Very topical.
All right.
It's Dev, correct? That's your name?
Devin.
Devin. Good,
Oh,
good.
and the Tremere numbers bolster even more.
William Bagg.
Yes.
I would like to introduce you to a
Good evening.
new associate on the island of Clan Tremere.
Evening, sir.
I see.
I am Devin Marcel. Honored to meet you.
And what is the reason you didn't send proper missives?
They should have been presented. I apologize if they were not sent timely.
We'll double check the records. All right, very well. We will require a private meeting at some point. Proper briefing on the situations of the island, etc., etc. There are far too many sets of eyes, among other things here.
Do note that there is
Completely
a
understandable.
important meeting that will be happening on the during here at the chateau. I believe actually pretty soon.
Very good. Priorities, I'm sure you understand.
Absolutely.
Apparently, an individual of note has called us all here together.
Do we happen to know who?
I do not believe we do. At least I don't, off the top of my head.
To assume that you still don't have much to do currently.
However, it is
very
a
good.
meeting for the Camarilla, but the other groups are invited apparently. So good to know.
What do you mean, not much to do?
Bag is going to use the active power of Auspex to see if there's anything like explosives hidden in the room. I'm going to assume none. Oh, okay. Very good.
You may be able to see the Molotovs that
What?
What?
the
Okay, he's
do those
arsonist.
count as explosives?
Chessboard, crap. I'm just living here.
Did I hear that right? A moth house.
Molotovs.
Molotovs.
I believe it was
Molotov
Molotov.
cocktails.
Oh, Molotovs. As long as I know where they are to stay accidental detonation distance away, I'm fine with that.
They're just strapped to the
You'd be
inside of
around
his
that.
coat.
You'd be around that right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
you're fine.
Kindred carrying
hell is that?
flammable objects is a common Dark Skylines trope.
Kinda nice
Oh,
just to
this
be able
is-
to you know, you go all over the place.
Hey,
Evening,
Reggie's the
Cordelia.
only one who can safely carry them.
No one tries to kill me for once. Actually, kinda nice.
It's not 7:59 yet.
I believe that might be the individual who's hosting the meeting.
Hey, Twinkle!
Hi.
Well,
How are you doing tonight?
could you want to utilize
I don't know.
potence, for example, sometime?
Oh, I got a thing for you.
You know how to call
I got a thing for you. I don't have it on me, but I'll get it later.
So,
You all
who's
my,
the person that's meeting?
Slightly creepy kids.
The not the Ultramere, but the
But I got
creepy
it.
one.
Is there any specific place you want to meet up? Or just, you know,
Do we know why
grab
yet?
after?
I do not know.
It's up to you. It's in
Apparently,
the,
some words need to be said
in
of
our
vital
lease here
import to the
right now.
Camarilla.
I put it in the
And
back
in
room.
about
It's
2 minutes, the
Oh, you bring it
entire
in.
chateau will be in Elysium for about 11 minutes.
It will be
Well, it's a good thing that Eli Stone's here.
okay.
You may miss
Yes.
the beginning of the Camarilla schlock, though.
might begin establishing
Oh,
protocol
well, I don't want to miss any schlocks.
for information.
Apparently, there is an
We
important
can
meeting.
grab it after.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Oh,
The only person
and
I've
Domina
been
is here
introduced
on
to
time.
is the guy in black over there. Apparently he's a Tremere.
Stepped over.
That guy?
I wish to be sure
Yeah, that guy over there.
Where that guy?
Were you informed of the meeting?
That guy.
Yes, I was. I was helping with Elysium.
Good to know.
But the one in black closest to the chair of power.
Oh, yeah, well, that's fine, Jameer. Okay. I guess.
Yeah.
Jim,
Don't
by
know
the
why
way,
they would
you're
actively
the only person that I've
actively seek
given
me out, though.
the thing to. I
A little
believe
concerning, if you ask
Alicia's given it to
You don't know why they would?
Georgie, and they're going to also get in contact with the
I mean, I
Anarchs.
know exactly why they would, but
Yeah, okay.
Good evening. Hello. I thank you all for coming. All of you have heard, certainly quite a lot, I assume, and in the lieu of this announcement, I will be declaring the entirety of the chateau at Elysium for approximately 11 minutes. But that's out of the way. I believe the announcement can begin.
The announcement will begin in a few seconds. We are very slightly ahead of schedule. I appreciate your adherence to said schedule.
Thank you.
I saw Nocturne's avatar with the Boondock Saint's name, and I was very confused for a second.
Activate Majesty.
Me too.
In accordance with the ancient traditions and solemn duties upheld by the esteemed Camarilla, I therefore read this doctrine and edict for all to hear. It reads as follows. He takes out a piece of paper that is sealed with 7 seals, and he breaks each of them and unrolls it. We, the Justicars, do hereby issue forth this proclamation to all kindred who swear allegiance to the Ivory Tower, in recognition of transgressions and flagrant disregard for the established principles that bind our honorable society. Let it be known that the creature known as Leto, the Morning Star of House Morningstar of Clan Ventrue, has been deemed a grave threat to the stability, harmony, and sanctity of our illustrious sect and an enemy of the Camarilla. Her actions have cast a shadow upon the hallowed halls of our esteemed society, tarnishing the legacy of our forebears and endangering the very foundations upon which we stand. By our unanimous decree and by our ascendants, Leto, the Morning Star of Clan Ventrue, is henceforth declared as the 17th name to be added to the Camarilla Red List. She is henceforth blood-hunted in all corners of the earth, that she be hunted for the remainder of her nights, until she is met with the final death and her blood used to strengthen whomever shall claim the trophy of Clan Malkavian. Let this proclamation serve as somber testament to the gravity of Leto's transgressions, a clarion call to our dedicated and vigilant brethren to remain steadfast in our cause. As we continue to champion the ideals of the Camarilla, we are resolute in our commitment to safeguard our domains, protect our kindred kin, and uphold the principles that have guided our society through the annals of history, given under our collective seal and authority. Their Grace Ethereal Justicar of the Trophy Clan Malkavian, Her Grace Lucinda Justicar of Clan Ventrue, His Grace Theophilus Bell Justicar of Clan Bruja, Her Grace Prudence Stone Justicar of Clan Nosferatu, Her Grace Diania Denza Justicar of Clan Toreador, His Grace Ian Carfax Justicar of Clan Tremere, and His Grace Cock Robin Justicar of the Others. Thank you for your attention.
She pulled it off. I knew you could do it, Leto.
You know, in all my years, I never thought I would actually be here to attend one of these speeches.
And for it not to be for you?
Actually, not boring for once.
Technically, I'm not actually here.
I wouldn't have imagined it either.
All my years, I never would have imagined I would have been the target of one of these meetings.
Well, there's still time,
Good evening.
Boondock.
One day.
There is still time.
We can get there together.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be a joint effort.
Indeed.
Oh, Yep, you ran right through me. That happens in the storm.
Try not to do that in front of people, though.
I suppose we should take this time to be merriful of some variety, that the people who deserve such, I say with the utmost respect she deserves, esteem, they deserve. And again, places in Elysium for about 6 minutes in 5 seconds. Have fun.
Why is everybody so somber?
I
We should
don't
be
have fun.
celebrating.
It
Let's
is
break out the
Elysium.
champagne and burn shit.
You can have a little fun,
Don't
just
do
not
that.
too
Don't make
much
me
fun.
hurt you.
You just gotta wait 6 minutes.
And I will
You,
go back
you
to
can
my
have a
house and come
little
back to the
fun,
smoker.
just not too much fun, Nocturne.
Yeah.
Cam finally called the right person a villain.
Where is your newly appointed Toreador?
Yeah, that doesn't happen often.
Right?
I do not know. Oh, okay.
Apologize. I apologize for interrupting everybody. I just want to just kind of clarify a couple of really quick things for you out of character, and then let you guys get back to doing what you're doing here. So,
Occasionally they get shit right.
as a general thing, you guys are probably familiar with the idea of red list. You get blood hunted and blah blah blah. There's a special thing also attached to this that your characters will know in some fashion. That
Hi,
if you're
I
a
like
member
the
of the
show.
Camarilla, you know in some
Welcome,
fashion that there
welcome.
is
Just
the
streaming
reading out
away.
of this has come with it some level of elder power. If you hold any status in the
Pleasure to see you.
Camarilla
I don't know
and
when you
you
chatted,
knowingly
but it's
take
nice.
any steps to aid Leto the Morning Star, you are immediately afflicted with Dementation 5 and other effects. So if you ever do that and knowingly take a steps to help her, call me. From here on until the end of time. Thank you.
Wonderful. Baseball
What if you
gaming.
have negative status in the cam?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Go ham.
Wait, that still means I have to help Leto. Damn it. So now I'm
Out of character.
conflicted. I
Do
don't want
it.
to help her, but I also want to find out what happened.
Boondock, didn't you have a nice shack set up for them? You know, filled with straw.
I'd say that's taking a
I
step
do
to
have
help
a-
her, yeah.
I do have a safe haven set up for her. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's happened yet, so I think
Reginald, can you do me a favor of, if Leto were to take that offer, to ensure that it is, she stays nice and warm, if it were.
Oh, gladly.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, just make it so I hide in the
Oh,
rafters. I'll
settling
jump
in.
down and cut a head off.
So far, so
No,
good.
no.
And how are you today,
It's a
Walter?
nice wooden building filled with hay. And my pyromaniac friend is going to be making sure she doesn't get cold. So you don't get to be anywhere inside.
I see.
We like you.
Yeah, we do like you.
Can I cut a head off with my flaming sword?
If she gets out.
You have a flaming sword?
How many people have
That's just
flaming
showing off.
swords?
Yes.
Goodness.
Can I see it?
What, are you jealous?
Well,
We'd have to go
considering the
outside.
modern combustible
Little
A
bit.
little.
eclipse, it is
Yes.
really
I have a flaming sword in the Fey realm, but it just tells me fashion compliments.
See, I used to go off of the idea that you don't
I
want
mean-
to tell people
But no, I have not
everything
seen
you have
that.
available.
Useful if you need
You don't
fashion
want 'em-
tips,
you
I
want 'em to be
suppose.
surprised if you ever need to pull something out.
Yeah, it's more
Now
like
I
the
just
other
have
kind
so
of
many
flaming.
fucking weapons, no one can keep track
Oh,
of what I do and don't
that's
have.
clever.
Well, let's see
It's
here.
a better
I gave
plan.
you a flamethrower, and then there was that.
Does anyone know where
Darko
Mr.
gave me a
Eli
machine gun.
is?
I have thoughts
He
I'd like
was
to discuss
here.
with him.
I said you
I
tried to
saw
get
him.
Yeah, I
I
think he
believe
just
he might
ran
be
outside.
outside. I don't know.
I'm just
Yeah,
standing
well,
really hard.
I'm not
Alright,
done. I
we
might
can
still
wait.
get that. There was the sword I got that I had to give back.
I have
to the
logistical
clan,
questions regarding turning back to
which was
flaming for
bullshit.
comedic effect.
such bullshit.
But the sword?
Perhaps after this place is no longer an Elysium? Maybe.
Seems
Um,
wise.
Yes,
Let's
2
wait
minutes,
as the
about.
Keeper of Elysium
Mm-hmm.
for now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Only got to worry about that for about 2 minutes.
I believe even less. Like 30 seconds almost.
People about
It
the
was that
fire
active,
because
okay.
that can cause frenzy. So, not great.
Maybe we
It's also
shouldn't,
true.
but
Something. I will be right back.
Alright,
Cool
so the
flaming
last time an
sword.
Elysium became not Elysium, I was not in the building and it was good for me. I'm going to do that this time as well.
rather smart, rather smart.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly why he asked that specifically. It wasn't like we were going to attack each other. I don't know.
Well, do
I
you
don't know,
remember
some
what
people are
happened
weird
the
about
last
that.
time?
I mean, not. Last time in what? You could be referring to a lot of different events here.
The last time that Elysium didn't become an Elysium.
It was burnt down.
Exactly.
But that was more because it burnt down. Rather than it happening after the fact of it burning down.
I kind of wonder, was it burnt down because there was no one there watching it, or did it just like, you know?
I don't know. I don't know. Suppose all hell will break loose in about 10 seconds, though.
Oh, perfect. Great. I love this. Well, you know, you guys are on your own with that.
Whoever
Yep,
draws
and here we
first
go.
wins, right?
It seems off now.
Something like that, yeah.
It's the face.
You're the
It's
prince.
definitely the face.
Hi.
And everything else was like, okay, but the face is.
Alright. Oh, hi. Hi, sir.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hello.
Sorry. I'm
Good
just
evening.
Golly.
Good night.
Someone's saying hi to you.
kidding.
Welcome, Havoc.
Hello.
He was here. He's been here.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, I was just upstairs.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey,
my
Didn't
name's-
burn down.
My name's Devin. How are
Yeah.
Look at that.
Gee, who could have guessed?
Dog girls up there too.
nice to meet you, Devin. What brings you around these